I get asked this all the time. What is it like owning a business in Spain? What is it like being a small business owner in Spain? Or better yet, like somebody asked me on Instagram, what is an autónomo? Or the fancy word for small business owner in Spain. Well, all of those questions will be answered here today, so stay tuned because it's about to get wild. So starting a business and owning a business here in Spain was probably one of the worst decisions we've ever made. And I'm just going to be real with it. Because you see, Spain is not small business friendly at all whatsoever. Now, if you live in the US and you're owning a business, or you want to own a business, or you started a business, you might have your pros and your cons, your bad moments and whatnot, but it's doable. And here in Spain, it's not doable. You see, in Spain, there is a thing called autónomo. It's a fancy word for small business owner. Let me give you my definition of what an autónomo is. In my point of view, an autónomo is a person that is pretty much holding this country together. It's the one that is filling the politicians' pockets with money, because literally that's all they do. They steal from the small business owner, and they want to see you under their thumb all the time. And you're pretty much, when you become an autónomo, you're stepping out of the box mentality they have here. You're stepping out of the slave system, and they don't like that. And so they want to bring you back down to their slave system and control you. And because you're trying to better yourself, they want to push you back down. And why am I saying this? Well, you see, to start off, when you become an autónomo here in Spain, when you become a small business owner, you have to pay a fee to register your business name, etc., and what type of business you're going to do. Now, after that is said and done, before you can actually even start opening a restaurant or a shop or a store or whatever, you have to start paying a quote, a fee to the government, to the taxes, to the IRS, if you want to call it like that. And the fee depends on what type of business you're doing, if it's your first time being a small business owner or why not. And it can go from 80 euros up to 400 or plus euros here in Spain. And yes, you have to pay that fee no matter what. Whether you're making profit or not, whether you're losing money or not, whether you're making money or not, you have to pay that fee no matter what. That is pretty much you telling the government, I'm paying you my cut of me being a small business owner, and that way you can let me be a small business owner. Think of it like the old school mafia, like movies, like it's like, we'll let you do business here, but we want a cut. We want a little bit of the cut. I'm giving you quality of life. I'm giving you protection. I'm giving you, you be living here in my country, but cough it up. And the thing is that even if you don't have enough money, you still have to pay that quote. You still have to pay that fee. No matter what, you always do. On top of that, you have to pay taxes. You have to pay 47% of your income or whatever you're making in to the government. And every trimester, every 3 months, you have to pay taxes upon taxes. So whatever you got taxed on for the last 3 months, you have to pay a tax upon that tax that you got taxed on. And I really can't go into the details of like the legal system, because it will be like a 45 to an hour or more long video. And I'm not really going to bore you guys with all that. All I want to say is this: coming to Spain and realizing that owning a business in Spain was not the best idea, period. Now, whether we're making money on our sales or not, we still have to pay the government. And that's for us to have the license. Now, whatever we're paying on rent, we have to pay a tax on that. Whatever we get imported from from another country and stuff, whatever we're getting imported from another country, we have to pay tax on that. Whatever we're exporting, we have to pay tax on that. I'm surprised that we're not getting taxed just by breathing air. That's how bad it's gotten here. And not only that, in order for you to get accepted into a building or to a business type or an area of commerce or stuff like that, you have to go through the Junta. You have to go through the city hall. You have to go through the government, and they can take their sweet ass time to approve or deny or stall your application. And you can be here saying, I'm not making any money. I'm wasting money, or money's going out the door, because again, as soon as you register yourself as a small business owner, you start paying. So let's say you're getting into this building, you want to do a restaurant, but you have to go through all these renovations and all that stuff, and you're waiting for the approval for said renovations to be done. And they decide to stall that application for the next 3 or 4 months. Well, those next 3 to 4 months, you have to pay autónomos. You have to pay the fee, whether you like it or not. But my man, my restaurant's not open. I'm not making any money. That doesn't make any sense. Well, that's Spain for you. It doesn't have to make sense. You just have to comply with it and go along with it, or else you will be taking the license away from you. And do not miss a payment. Do not miss a payment to autónomos. Because if you do, you will be get charged that payment plus interest plus fees because the payment didn't go through. And so while you're waiting for your restaurant to get renovated, that's if it gets approved, you still have to pay that fee. Once the approval, once the form gets approved, you get the approval to do the renovations and stuff, you start doing it, then comes inspection. If you fail inspection, then you have to go again and put in another form and pay another fee and still stall the time to open your business or open your store or open your restaurant. In the meantime, you still have to continue paying autónomos. And now you're probably saying, what the hell is it then? How can people survive? How can people make a business? Well, that's the thing. You can ask for the government for help. You can. Now, will the government help you? I highly doubt it. So a lot of people that open businesses here, I found out personally, because I have a lot of small business owner friends that I've made throughout this time that we have the business, have actually gone in debt because they go to the banks and ask for a huge loan. 50K, 100K, 150K, 200K. Until this day, they're still in debt because the government couldn't help them, because they didn't have enough money, because they thought it was going to be easy to open up a business and have a restaurant, have a coffee shop, have a chocolate shop, whatever. And they found out that it's not like that. Again, Spain is not, and I highly doubt will ever be, small business friendly. Now, how can you go about avoiding all this stuff and you want to have a business? Do not have a physical business in Spain. Unless you have a really huge capital, unless you have a lot of money you want to invest in and you don't mind splurging a couple 100K a year on fees and autónomos and other stuff here in Spain and all that, then by all means, knock yourself out. I would say focus on remote businesses, something digital, something that you can create as a digital product, or maybe sell stuff online that ships from somewhere else, and don't report that here. As bad as that sounds, I might even get in trouble for that, but I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Don't report it here. Have your accounts elsewhere, have your money go elsewhere, and do not let Hacienda or the people know here exactly what it is you're doing with your money, because they will want their cut. And you're probably sitting over there at the other side saying, oh, well, you're telling people to do something illegal. You're telling people to break the law. I ain't telling people to break the law. I'm saying this. If you want to save money, if you want to avoid paying all these fees that are ridiculous, and there's no point and there's no way why we should be paying these fees if our business is not running or if we're not making money with our business, why do we have to pay a fee every single month in order for you to have the title of small business owner? My wife pays 400 euros. I pay 400 euros. That is 800 euros out of our pocket. That's 800 euros that can go straight to our pocket. They can go straight to feeding our kids, straight to bettering our lifestyle, straight to paying our bills, straight to a lot of things. But no, it gets given to the government. It gets given to the country just because they feel like it, just because they're the mafia and they want their cut of your business. So again, was it worth it to open a business here in Spain? At first it was. I'm not gonna lie. At first it was, because we had this high hopes, high expectations of owning a business in Spain. But to me, in my point of view, it was one of the worst decisions ever made while living here in Spain. Opening a business and letting the government know that we were small business owners was probably one of the worst ideas and decisions that we ever made living here in Spain. Now, if you're thinking about doing digital marketing, thinking about doing digital products or selling stuff online, I advise you get an LLC or register in the US, continue your stuff through the US, pay your taxes through the US, get your money deposited in a US account or some sort of other account that is not Spain, because they will track down your account and they will see exactly how much you're making and they will want their cut from that money that you're making. So, with that being said, let me know in the comments. What do you think? Do you think it's worth it to open a business here in Spain? Do you have a business here in Spain? And if you do, why do you have the business? What kind of business is it? Have you profited from it? How much do you pay in autónomos? Like all this, let me know in the comments. And also, let me know in the comments what other kind of videos you will want to see on this channel. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell to be notified when I drop the latest and the greatest, and follow me on Instagram. Yo, I'm active there every single day. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.